As you might think of it, the wise men are over in the east somewhere and they see the star and they follow it to Jerusalem and they talk to Herod and they follow the star all the way to Bethlehem and it comes down right over the house where Jesus is staying and they go in. That's at least the way you imagine it. But if you actually go back and read the story, it's not completely clear that's what happened. There's no indication that they followed the star to Jerusalem. They say they saw the star in the east, and then they come to Jerusalem. And they, for whatever they were doing, when they saw the star in the east, they concluded it meant the King of the Jews had been born. So they didn't need to follow a star to get to Jerusalem. They know where to find kings of Jews in the capital of the Jews, Jerusalem. And then it's a little ambiguous in the text whether it's trying to say that they followed the star from Jerusalem to Bethlehem, or whether it just means when they got to Bethlehem, the star was already there. There's actually, I think, a plausible reading of it, which is that it wasn't really a surprising miraculous event in terms of what was seen. It was miraculous in that these people who are probably astrologers saw this star and somehow correctly concluded the King of the Jews had been born and went looking for him. So there's obviously a miracle going there, but it's at least possible that there wasn't any of this kind of movement of the stars that people typically imagine. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that's true, but it is an intriguing possibility. And what I really draw out in the chapter, though, is how much of the things people have said about the star throughout history just aren't in the story. There's a lot of sort of a legend and elaboration which has happened over time. That's normal. But I think that has somewhat occluded our ability to understand what the star was, because we've actually kind of added all these extra features like, the star was so bright it could be seen in the daytime, or they followed it all the way from the east. Things that, just aren't in the text.